Let's get to the team, the Giants. We'll see. I said, hey, they're only going to see Michael Parsons once more this year. They also are going to see Nick Bosa, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
And the Steelers got full dose of Nick Bosa and the rest of the San Francisco 49ers. This is the one that stunned me. And here's what –
I'm with you here.
Here's what surprised me more than anything else.
Yeah.
And I don't know why this is happening. Now, I remember the old days when if you had tickets to a game, you know, they would send you the nice little collection of season tickets in an envelope. And if you wanted to sell them, you either had to find somebody at work or somebody in your neighborhood or somebody you knew, or worst case scenario, you show up at the game and there's the guy with the little cardboard "I need tickets" sign.
Right.
And
I need
and
two.
I remember the first time I saw the guy
need
holding
four.
the sign that said "I need tickets." It's like, man, he really wants to go to the game. He came with the sign. He really wants to get in.
He's a big fan.
Yeah. But now if you want to make a little scratch, if you want to put a little money back in the pot, if you want to maybe pay for half of what the season tickets cost,
right.
you sell,
Yeah.
and somebody buys,
Right.
and all of a sudden there goes the home field advantage.
It's pretty.
We saw it on Thursday night.
Yeah.
I was stunned by the number of Lions fans.
I'm with you. I saw you wrote
Kansas
about
City.
it. I was with you. I'm
And
shocked
then
too.
when I flew to Dallas on Friday
Yeah.
to take the connecting flight to Pittsburgh, it's like
You couldn't get over the 49er fans in the airport.
49ers fans. There's 49ers fans everywhere.
Right.
And one of the guys, he had some big thing like rolled up, stuck in his backpack, this big like some banner. And it's like, well, he's got his banner. He's taking to the game. I get off the plane in Pittsburgh. He hustled off before everybody. He opens that thing up. It's this big 49ers banner, and he's out there saying, we're taking over this town.
Oh,
We're
man.
here to take over this town.
Damn.
And
Those
I'm
them are fighting
I'm
words.
thinking, this is Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You better be careful because I know how the 49ers fans treat visiting
Right.
fans, and it can get a little ugly and it can
Yeah.
get a little dangerous.
Right.
You're walking into the Lions
Yeah.
den if you're going to do that. Nope. They went in, and I was getting texts from people at home watching the game because that's the game that they show locally where I live, and they're like, it's all red.
Yeah.
They show the stands, and it's all red. They took that place over. And I talked to Fred Warner after the game. They noticed it.
Yeah.
How does that not give you a lift when
It
you're
does.
supposed to be walking into Pittsburgh where, you know, all the great stories about the Steelers fans of the past, you walk in, and it's like, hell, we took the place over.
Yeah.
It lights that fuse.
It definitely does for a team that we know has a fuse that's lit already, right? But and extremely talented. I think it's a credit to what Shanahan's built out there. There's excitement around that team. It's a Super Bowl appearance. It's 3 out of 4 NFC Championship games. It's the Brock Purdy love affair. It is a team that's got incredible tradition, just like the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think they look at it like they're on the cusp of doing something great again in San Francisco. Let alone, hey, it's San Francisco and Silicon Valley where that stadium is, and there's some really rich people there. To where, yeah, it's like they make up their mind. I feel like they're like, hey, we want to go to the game. They're going to be willing to pay anything. Oh, what? The Pittsburgh guy wants, $4,000 a ticket. I already booked the flight, so I might as well just pay it. I feel like that's where the big money cities kind of have a little bit of an advantage in that department because there's some high rollers that are just like, oh, so what? This might be this to, some working class guy in Pittsburgh, but I'm going to just throw cash at it and we'll get the seats to the game.
Look, I don't know how this works nuts and bolts
I don't
because
either.
I don't
Right.
do it, but
Yeah.
I can imagine that you make your seats available and you name the price, and if somebody
I'm
buys
pretty sure
them,
that's how
you
it
sell them
goes.
for that price.
That's how it goes.
So, you know what? I'll go to the game unless somebody's going to offer me
Gain
$5,000
something
a
crazy.
ticket.
Right.
I'm going to name my price, and if I get it, I'll watch it home.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll just stay home.
Right.
And then I'll pay for half the season tickets. Or, look, times are tough now, too. I mean,
Yeah, not everybody's
these games are
swimming in it.
expensive.
Yeah.
And if you have a way that you can sacrifice going to one game because it is a fan base that is rabid, that is traveling, and it's got people who have the money where they don't care, they just want in and they'll pay it, and it allows you to pay a bill or two. It allows you to get through a month where there's a lot of people living month to month. There's a lot of people struggling, and those people have season tickets. And this helps us. So it doesn't help the home team, though.
No, it didn't.
Doesn't help the home team. And because I see a lot of people saying people should be ashamed of themselves for doing it. It's like, well, no. I mean, it's kind of smart to do it.
Yeah.
Because
it stinks on a competitive sports
it doesn't
level,
help
but on a
your
life
home
issue.
team, but yeah, I mean, this is the way it is. You want
Right.
to fill those stadiums up with local fans, and the local fans could use the boost that comes from trading those tickets in, then you're going to see that happen from time to time.
They'll be happy they pocketed the money after that game. They're going to go, good thing I wasn't there for that
That's
crap
right.
show.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, it was a great move.
Great job by me. Right.
Yeah. A hell of an investment.
Yeah.
I could have gone out there for 3 hours and been miserable.
Yeah.
Instead, I got $5,000 for my tickets. You know, the other thing, too, it made me think of, seeing all those Lions fans in Kansas City and seeing all those 49ers fans going to Pittsburgh, that late season flex that I hate, NFL. I hate that Thursday night flex.
Yeah.
I hate that Monday night flex.
Right.
Because people are going to have travel plans made and they're going to get disrupted, potentially. Or they're just not going to make plans for those games late in the season. But regardless, when you get an appreciation of just how many people are willing, I saw Steelers fans flying in from other parts too.
Sure.
I mean, people will move all around the country to go witness these games. It is an amazing dynamic, and it's going to be dramatically complicated late in the year. It just made me think of that because there was the big fight. The league tried to push it through, and owners, some didn't want to do it, and they eventually got their arms twisted.
Yeah.
That's something to keep an eye on because we got a stark reminder twice this weekend. Lions and 49ers. There are fans out there that are willing to spend the money, they're willing to make those trips, and they're the ones that are going to get screwed by, all of a sudden the game goes from Sunday to Thursday.
Yeah, no, I hear you there. That's going to be tough. I'll be interested to see how that goes too. But, to your point, it's the Steelers, it's the Chiefs, it's great home field advantage, and they did not have as good a one as they needed. And then
what happened? What did the 49ers do to just overwhelm the Steelers? Worst home loss Mike Tomlin's ever had.
I think one, it was that was the original game. I mean, you heard me in the control room. I would have literally yelled out. I was like, the 49ers look like they're in fast forward. I don't know. I mean, from the get-go, it was like the Steelers, who looked really good through the preseason, they hadn't seen a team or a defense like this, but it's like they got punched in the mouth and they were shocked. It was 3 and out, right, on the first drive. The Niners got the ball with a short field. Shanahan went for it on a 4th and 1 to kind of keep the drive going. That jump-started the team 7-0. And then the defense was just suffocating. I mean, it was either they were all over Kenny Pickett. When we saw replays of things downfield, I never saw people open or separating. Turnovers happen. Brock Purdy plays flawless. And then they smash your face in the running game with Christian McCaffrey. And you just go, ooh, I mean, where's the weakness of the 49ers? The 49ers, as we know, are one of the best teams in football. I mean, we shouldn't be shocked they won. I'm certainly shocked they won in Pittsburgh 30-7. I never thought that would happen. And Pittsburgh, again, like we said, there was, I think, a lot of people, me at the front and center, excited about what the Steelers looked like in the preseason. And they're another team that prides themselves on being the bullies. But they were bullied in this one, and the 49ers looked like they were in a different class than Pittsburgh on the field Sunday.
I talked to Fred Warner about the hit that he applied early to Steelers running back Najee
just
Harris.
filling the hole,
and that
tone setter.
And that's what he said.
Yeah.
Tone setter, and
look at
here it is. Just swallowed up and down. And that, look, between that, oh my gosh, just flattened him. I mean, that's an NFL running back. And
like a huge NFL running back.
Yeah.
Like Najee Harris is one of those guys that in the general public, I don't think you realize how big he is. If you saw him in person, you'd go, oh my gosh, that's not, he's 6'3", 6'2.5", right? Square shoulders. But can we show that a play again? Because this is something you and I talk about a lot, right? The 49ers, like, no hesitation. What? Run through the wall, right?
Roll out of bed and kick your ass.
Look at this play. There's a hole there. He just goes, there's a hole there. All my other guys are in a gap. I'm going to run through it because there's the hole. The running back's going to be running through there too, and I'm just going to meet him there before he gets a head of steam into the hole and can maybe push me back. They're so aggressive. They're so downhill, right? I'm sure they have a few new wrinkles on their defense now because of Steve Wilkes being the new defensive coordinator. I think that probably surprised Pittsburgh with a few things too. There was a lot of positives, and then Brock Purdy, the way he looked on that side of the ball was really awesome.
Between that hit and the fact that the 49ers got up early, the run game went bye-bye. And you can't, look, as much as we think Kenny Pickett could be great and get the ball to George Pickens and Deontay Johnson, who suffered a hamstring injury at some point in the game and didn't return.
Yeah.
But you still need balance. You can't just go out
a team
and
like
just
that
throw.
the 49ers, right.
Yeah, especially with Nick Bosa back, the lift they got from that, just the planets lined up perfectly for the San Francisco 49ers to go out there. Now we know why Kyle was smiling.
He's so happy.
Week.
He's like, I got Nick Bosa, the team's complete, and we got a locker room full of ass kickers.
And this is the first report card you get as an NFL team. after all the work you've put in, all the study you've put in. You know, your first exam is week 1. And you have all your plans, and you had your books out, and you made your notes, and you find out if it works.
Yeah.
And they found out that what they have is going to work.
Yeah.
You go to Pittsburgh and you win like that week 1. And it wasn't fluky. I'm not saying, I don't want to say the Cowboys thing was fluky, but it started to roll downhill with the block field.
Some turnovers and mistakes by the Giants.
The Giants went down the field. The Steelers didn't get anything going until the end of the half, where all of a sudden the offense woke up. I mean, the 49ers suffocated the Steelers, and it just feels like that's going to happen a lot this year from whoever ends up, unfortunately, in the position where they're playing the 49ers.
Hey, they're stacked. I mean, we saw Brandon Ayuk look phenomenal. Deebo Samuel looked good. Kittle at least was able to play. I don't think he's 100% healthy. And I think what's scary with the Niners here, because I know this just from years of Shanahan past, he hates first games. Because his magic is, wait, I get to see a few games on film, and I got a feel for what you're doing, and now I can screw you over with, you think we're going to do this, but we're going to do that. So first games are a little bit more of just like, hey, we're just going to see what we are. We're going to see how good we are and what we do, and can we just execute what we've been practicing, because I can't be overly creative because I don't know what to quite expect from them on that side of the ball. And, I just think they, like you're saying here, they just lined up and said, we're better than you, we're coming at you, and they were just clearly the better team in fast forward all game long. Purdy, to play like that, after an elbow injury, he's still a young kid.
6 months to the day after surgery.
Right? I mean, just like didn't miss a beat. It's like he's just so natural at the position with reading defenses, feeling the pass rush. He's a very good athlete that we don't give him credit for, whether it's like plays like this, just moving in the pocket, boom, there's a 20-yard completion.
The way he snapped it, too.
I know. So he's got really in control, and you can really see he's very natural and comfortable at the quarterback position, and Shanahan's got him rolling.
And he had a run near the end of the game, and he came up and he had just that $1 million smile.
Right. And he's a kid having fun.
And Kyle has his Kirk Cousins. That's how someone explained it to me not that long ago. There's been this fascination to get Shanahan and Cousins together again. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.